Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new SIDI Duna riding boots available at RevZilla.com. This is the Duna. Do not disturb, I'm disturbed. I'm actually not disturbed, I'm quite happy because behind it we have the SIDI Duna. The SIDI Duna came out the year we started doing RevZilla videos. That was 2009. You can see these are both lightweight riding shoes. I will tell you, moving forward into 2018 where we see the Duna come onto the scene, 3 key changes. It's more protective, it's slightly lighter weight, and the sole's a bit more walkable. And I just lied to you, there's actually 4 changes. It also comes in a Gore-Tex version now for just over the $200 mark. So if you're looking for that lightweight riding shoe, if you're the sport commuter or just a commuter that wants to go riding sneaker, now you have the ability to get waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life with Gore-Tex over that $200 mark. It's gonna be heads up with something like the TCX Jupiter. But ultimately, if we look at the previous version, there's a little bit more meat on that sandwich, and I like the refined lines of the new version. Also on the new version, the Duna, there's going to be this gray, black, red, which is suede as well. Now, quick note on sizing. Goodbye, Doha. You've served us well for nearly a decade. We will remember you. No, you won't. That's what we do. We move forward. It's about progression here. Quick note on sizing. No surprises here. Use a size chart. It's going to be Euro. It's going to fit with a medium width for a more American footbed. I don't have any issues with this Italian manufacturer. I'm also going to call out that from a flex standpoint, this is about a 5 on the stiff scale, whereas the previous Doha was about a 6.5, 7, which means that boot was less comfortable walking around off the bike, meaning this boot, if you're rocking it under a pair of jeans and you happen to be a commuter hopping off the bike or stopping for the lunch on the tour, you're gonna really have no issues walking around on this boot like it would just be any other beefed up riding sneaker, which is a nice touch. Remember, use the size chart, we'll ship for over 39 bucks. And I'll love you, click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new Duna. Now, if you work your way in, we talk about some of the other nuances. This is the Gore-Tex version I have in my hand. Remember, Gore-Tex liner goes up to the 4th eyelet, waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life. Underneath this microfiber, this synthetic suede, and this mesh, allowing waterproof breathability so that your water vapor and the sweat from your foot can evaporate out from the boot itself, from your foot to the outside of the boot. Now, if it wasn't the Gore-Tex version, you just wouldn't see that tab. It would be the exact same boot. It would look just like this gray, black, red boot does over here to the left. Now, ultimately, if we look at it as well, there's the other big change, which is the protection scheme. I mentioned that up front earlier in the video. The previous version had a terrible TPR on the side. Styling-wise, in hindsight, how did that last almost a decade? On this boot, we're going to have a malleolus protector, which is going to be your hard part that's going to be integrated within the boot. Ultimately, you have it on the lateral side, you'll have it on the medial side as well, and coupled with a beefed up heel and a beefed up toe box, ultimately it's raising the protection profile here of the new Duna, which in our opinion is a leap forward. But I will tell you that the previous version, it did come in closer to the $150 mark. This guy's coming in closer to the $175 mark. If we look at some of the other features here, previous version had covered laces. I think this refined style looks better with the exposed laces, even though on the left side, on your shifting foot, it might come into play with your controls. Ultimately, dual stitched here along your shift pad. Working your way up, you do have a pop of reflective that allows you to ratchet everything down here close to the top after you've laced, and moving to the back is refined as well. So again, pop of reflective across the back, and the inside of the foot, it's going to be a bit more mesh towards the top, and it's just going to be suede. But you can see how when we started the video, the beefiness of the previous Doha sole was just kind of out of control. This is much more streamlined, it's much more usable, it's a little more flex. If you're looking for something beefier on that sport touring and touring line, there are plenty of other boots out there that are gonna be just a bigger, beefier boot offering more protection and support for touring or sport touring riding. This boot took a leap closer to being that everyday on the bike, off the bike riding sneaker by just making a little bit more lightweight. And ultimately you have that multi-use sole here, which is going to be high grip, give you great feel, but ultimately be beefy enough to give you some support while you're riding. So ultimately the next step in your journey is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page for the Duna Gore-Tex at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.